Everyone, and welcome to another lesson. And in this lesson we will continue where we left off. In the previous one we discussed basic properties, and as you can see, the margins, the fonts, and how to put in fonts, and how to use your margin and paddings, and obviously change the font weight and things like that. And in this lesson what we will do is let's just add a section, and we're just going to continue with the styling and things like that. But what we're going to do is I'm just going to do an unordered list items, and I'm just going to do just put item. All right, let me just copy that quickly down just to create a couple. So what I've done is I just create an unordered list and list items. So let's quickly see how this looks like in the browser. Alright, so as you guys can see, we got our list items right there. But as you can see, an unordered list will create this little bullet point right there. But we normally don't want that, because you will probably want to do your own styling on them. So how do we remove that right there? So let's go to VS Code and remove those. Now, as you can see, I've given this section a class.list, and I've added some margin of 4 rem, so that's 16 pixels times 4. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the list and the UL. So basically I want to change the UL. So what now you can do is you can just say list style of none. Right, so basically let's quickly see how that looks like. So if we come to our browser, you will see the bullet points are removed. You normally will want to do that, so it's quite handy to know how to do it. So if you want to remove the bullet points from it. Right, so let's go back to VS Code. Right, so we're just gonna kind of work on the padding and things like that, just to kind of get us used to how to use them. So from what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put list UL, then I'm going to do the LI, and I'm just going to add padding top and bottom 0.25 rem top and bottom, and 0.5 rem left and right, just to kind of get used to how to use the property. So yes, so what I've done is we selected the list. So we go here, we selected the list, then we select the child, then we selected that child right there. So we got the list, UL, LI. So as you can even see in our preview right here in VS Code, it actually shows you how you selected it. Quite neat. Right, so we did that. So let's quickly see in VS Code, in the browser, sorry. Alright, so we're here now, so let's press F12. Let me zoom in a bit for you guys. Right, so let's go to our list item. As you can see, we can see our padding window right there on every single one of them. Very, very neat. So as you can see, it even gives us a little preview here, so it's quite handy. So let's say you want to just let's say background color. Right, so we want to do the background color. Let's use Alice blue. So then you can even preview that as well on how it looks like. But obviously if we refresh, you will kind of not see it, because it doesn't save it for us. Okay, let's move on to our next property. Kind of don't want to make the videos too long. All right, so that we got our list item, so we know how to do that. And let's go to a next section. I just want to add the A tag with a hash, and I'm just going to call this, just add the same class here as well. So lists. because I just want to use its padding, and I'm just going to do this home. No, I'm just going to call this link. Let's go back to our browser. Now, as you can see, Chrome or Firefox, they give it its own styling of blue, and it's got an underline. Now, what if you don't want their default styling? Okay, so because if we click, let's do this, just make it a little bit bigger. Right, so but what if you don't want that default style, this default styling that it gives it? So let's quickly go to VS Code and change it for us. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go list A, this one, A tag. Now what we're doing now is we're going to put text decoration, set it to none. So that means, okay, let's go and see how it looks like in the browser. As you can see, it removed the underline right there. But obviously the coloring and everything, you can style it further. But to remove that underline from that styling, you just put text decoration as none. So this will be just handy tools for you to kind of use and remember. So when you have your default styling and you want to know how to remove it as well. All right. So I don't want to keep the videos too long. So let's continue. Right. Right. That will kind of leave it at this for now, because we're going to discuss the text decoration in the next video with basically the whole text property we're going to discuss on its own in the next lesson. So that will be the end of this lesson. We kind of just under 7 minutes. Now we're over 7 minutes. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.